Hello, Legion of Superman.
See how fast we did that MCU? Did it take 6 hours?
Right. 5 hour. It would be a hell of a Superman crew right here.
Well, I think we might should have waited till the actual movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, hey, we'll have them when the movie comes out or the next trailer comes out.
Yeah. So.
I was sitting there thinking, like, man, this has been all Marvel talk, and we're gonna wear Superman shirts
the same thing. I was like, no Superman cop tonight.
Oh, you see, they're like trying to make the Thunder call back. Oh man, so yeah, man, a lot of Marvel stuff this week, man. A lot of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, Chair Watch 2025.
Yeah, hey man, say what you want. Like, I thought it was a stupid idea, but
I see that.
Like,
I thought the numbers in. Good. I thought the idea was good. I think it was just too long.
But man, they pulled in a lot of numbers.
When you're pulling a million views every hour for 5 hours, that's engagement.
I mean, it was awesome, but I was like, this is a bit too long. But hey,
that shows you the power of the MCU. They're like, watch this. We're gonna have people watch
for 6 hours. Watch some chairs for 6 hours.
My boy, I bet you Zack Snyder and James Gunn like,
and not just that. For next week, people are analyzing chairs, like, why this chair was ahead of that chair, or this, I'm like,
oh, did you see the?
I think it's gonna be some more chairs revealed.
Oh yeah, gotta be.
Did you see the theory of X-Men versus Avengers because of the one shadow on the far left chair?
Oh, no.
Like they showed a screenshot of the chairs, and there's no shadows underneath none of the chairs, but underneath one chair at the far left, there's a shadow, and it's kind of an A and kind of an X.
Could it just be the angle of the lighting in the studio? I mean, people.
Well, let me see if I can pull it up, man. It's so ridiculous.
It's like you said. How much we complained about it 5 hours? Everybody kept going back to it for that 5 hours.
Yeah.
So,
I thought I was gonna miss something. I kept I had a meeting. I was like, man, they're gonna announce something real cool, and then I think Robert was doing a little bit, and I texted him and said, "What's going on?" And hey, I thought it was a bit too long, but hey, the numbers proved that they hit it right out of the park. So that was good for them.
Yeah, I'm taking a marketing class right now, and that's just the psychology of it. They got everybody.
I wonder who thought of that, because that person needs a bonus.
Yeah, I mean, they had us watching Cheers for 5 hours, the backup Cheers, nothing going on for 5 hours watching Cheers.
Now, what's gonna suck if that was get more views than the actual movie? Wow, I'd be like, oh. They got to hit this out of the park, because right now they got a lot of anticipation, got a lot of excitement. So this has to be.
It's next year, right? When it comes out?
Yeah, next May. What I was talking. So it has to be right level of Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah.
Here's the picture, and then I'll get to the super chat. And it's kind of ridiculous when you look at this. Okay. So none of these chairs have a shadow, but when you get right here, it has an X that forms into an A.
It's the angle of the light. Come on, people. People are ridiculous, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like X on top and A on bottom.
Yeah, I see what they're saying, but that's just
that's just that is diving deep down a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
like,
that's like looking at wallpaper in a certain show.
That wallpaper. Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're gonna do that storyline within trying to introduce Doom and all that stuff. Now they might fight each other. Like, they might have a conflict, like in the first Avengers movie, Thor and Iron Man fought each other. And then they might have like a conflict, especially if they're going to be battling for each other's Earths. But Fast Eddie coming in with a $5 super chat, 275 million views all together, 6 hours watching chairs. Yeah, the MCU's done. Should have stopped after Endgame, right? Yeah, that proves the point, man.
That was just on YouTube. Everybody was on Twitter watching it too. Yeah.
Yep. So the Twitter numbers and the Twitch. No, not Twitch. Twitter. Yeah, you're right. Twitter.
It was a million steady. Like, it was a million. It never dropped below a million.
Yeah. This makes you think that maybe for hero fatigue is just a mirage, because if it wasn't, I think why were so many people
it comes in waves, Danny. I think it comes in waves. I think we're seeing a big wave of it coming back. Like the waves building again.
I hope so. I mean,
the anticipation.
This got everybody talking again. So I hope that the Russo brothers really nail it.
Goskar's coming in with a $5 super chat. Send out your love and prayers to Goskar. He caught the COVID.
He got for the first time. He said,
"Yeah, oh, this is his first time. Wow,
yeah.
Man,
wow.
hang in there, bro. Hang in there.
Yeah, man.
I had that thing twice, man.
Me too. I had it twice,
and I was vaccinated.
The first, I'm not taking any more boosters. I took the first two. The only reason I took the first two because a good nurse friend of mine, like Danny, people that look like you,
your age,
age, diabetes, they're not going home. And I was like, oh. But I promise you, there will not be another booster going to my body.
I know that. I felt a truck hit me when I got my second time. The first time wasn't that bad. My second time was the worst one.
My first time was rough. Second time, it was like a cold.
He said, "Have a great one, brothers. We'll be getting more characters than revealed in those chairs. They need to shock the fans in a good way. Make sure when you come back, you're picking up the Superman tee, bro.
Yeah.
Superman tee.
At Walmart, $8.96 in Walmart.
Yep. Fast Eddie threw in another $5 super chat. Thank you. Fast Eddie is like the MVP of these streams lately.
Yeah.
What if the revising events of the Days of Future Past created the Doctor Doom about to see in Doomsday? Well, fun fact was Kevin Feige helped produce a lot of those early X-Men movies.
Yeah.
So he's connected to those. I think personally what is going to happen, because I think a lot of people are like brainstorming stuff. Mm-hmm. And I mean, really, you can speculate all day. There is no right answer because you can go a million different ways. I think it's going to be like CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths. Remember when they started like saying, hey, this character's going to come back and Adam West's Robin's going to come back. And really, you only see him for 5 seconds when you see like the Earth getting ready to collide or something.
Okay.
I think like a majority of these characters are going to have big roles.
But scene or two, not a full.
Yeah.
You have the core actors that are moving the story along, and they're going to cross these different. Along the way. And I actually, dude, between this announcement and Daredevil, like I've been so hyped that I've been going back and reading comics and like reading the 2015 Secret Wars. I watched the first X movie today.
Yeah.
You know,
I started, dude. Daredevil's got me going back rewatching Hawkeye. I'm like, I want to watch
fill in the blanks.
Yeah, because of that Jack guy had a cameo.
But what you missed, you didn't go watch. You got to watch Echo. Echo ties into it too.
I did watch Echo. I just didn't like it.
You didn't watch Echo. You didn't watch Agatha. That's what it was.
I skipped Agatha and I skipped Loki season 2.
Loki season 2 is going to tie into it too.
I'm going to go back and watch that for this. Get ready for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hearing that.
Yeah.
I'm hearing
that with the whole tree and everything.
A theory I heard too is that y'all remember the one with Jet Li, how he went to each different universe.
The one
killed his version.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about a show with Jet Li.
Me too.
No. The movie called The One.
Yeah.
Jet Li started in it where he went to each different universe to kill his version of that universe to become stronger. I heard that theory too.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that upset me about this cast list is they spoiled Thunderbolts. You know for a fact Taskmaster's gonna die now.
Yeah. You know who lives and who dies. Yeah.
But since I've been hyped, I've been going back and watching old trailers. The Russo brothers has a tendency of lying in the trailers, like the Hulk being in one scene and stuff.
The end game trailer, Infinity War trailer.
Yep.
That one scene where they're all running, that scene never happened. And the characters weren't and changing the stones out. And
there's a scene in Brave New World that didn't happen either. They showed something. Well, they had nothing to do with that, but he said something about you better watch yourself, Cap. When he was in prison, that never happened. So sometimes they're doing a little.
I don't mind that. Like, I'll keep me guessing
either.
Yeah, keep me guessing.
Well, that scene where he's like, "You're not Steve Rogers," and he's like, "No, I'm not." That's not in the movie either. He says, "You're not Steve Rogers," but he never goes, "You're right, I'm not." Yeah. He never says that.
They might have put stuff that got cut later out when they're editing and stuff. So I'm good if they leave the editing stuff in, as long as the editing stuff that they cut out is better than the stuff they leave in. Then they should have kept that.
And also, we don't know for sure that a lot of those cast chairs could be just to confuse the character. So like, oh, you think you know who's dying and who's not dying in Thunderbolts, and then boom, Bucky dies in the first 5 minutes. You're like, well, he had a chair, you know.
Hey, it was a stroke of genius. I have to admit, I would have never thought of it. I would have never thought of that.
In today's world, it's so hard to do creative marketing.
Yeah.
And like, can you imagine like going in like, I got this idea. We're gonna show a chair
every 12
minutes.
Yeah. Because like we're in a TikTok society, so we want to see things fast. So if they had done a minute trailer, talk for a day or there, but at 5 hours, that whole next 3 days, everybody's talking about that. At least that whole day, everybody was focused on it. So.
Hey, they did it. You got whether you like it or don't like it, it works. Commend them, man. It works. So
G Majors coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, G Majors. In the comic books, Dr. Doom got the reality power from the Beyonder. I think he says they will use Loki as the Beyonder in the Beyonder post. I got you.
I don't think they're gonna. I wish they would bring Beyonder in, but I don't know if the world's ready for that, so to speak.
I think the Watcher might play a role in this too.
You think so?
I think the Watcher might. They did make a cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah, and I think he's gonna make a cameo in probably Fantastic Four.
I think we make more of a cameo in Doctor Strange 3 more so than
but Doctor Strange 3 is not until after, if they even do a Doctor Strange 3.
Yeah.
Well, now the end secret would make you believe they're going to do a Doctor Strange 3, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they do, it won't be till after Secret Wars, and at that point, it could be a completely different reality.
Because I think that end credit scene should tie him into Doom, right?
Yeah, yes, I think so.
Right?
Yes, but apparently Benedict Cumberbatch came out in an interview and said he's not in Doomsday; he's in Secret Wars.
Okay.
So you remember we had two Avenger teams in Infinity War. One that was in space, one that was on Earth, and then in Endgame we had whatever was left over was the team that did the thing, and that was a mixed match. Like we had Nebula, we had Rocket. It was mixed.
So like maybe after Doomsday, he comes back to help the remaining in Secret Wars.
Because I had people messaging me like really upset, like, Rob, how come Spider-Man wasn't on the cast? How come? I'm like, God, they got a lot of stuff to establish. Like we were building Thanos up
for 10 years.
Yeah. So at the end of the first Avengers, then he had like the star leading role in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was the main villain in Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. And then we knew who he was, but we didn't know what his motive was. And they did that in Infinity War. We know nothing about Doom. So they have to establish all that in Doomsday.
Establish the character, establish his motive, his backstory. Obviously we know his backstory, but you gotta do it for the general public, to get a grasp.
In order to do it right, you think we need a 3-hour movie?
It's going to be 3 hours. Guarantee you.
Avenger movie, it has to be a big ensemble movie. 3 hours.
If they're going to do Doom, it has to be. I agree.
Yeah. You can't go in there. You can't go in there 2 hours. You can't go in there 2.
It's going to be 2.5. 2.5 to 3.
Now, in the Secret Wars comics, because I've been going back and rereading and stuff like that, Black Panther was really the first to discover the incursions. Mm-hmm. Black Swan came out of the portal. Black Panther saw the other Earth overhead through the portal, and then she explained about the incursions and stuff. I think since Chadwick is not here, I don't think they're going to give Shuri that role. I think Doom is going to be that role. Like instead of Black Swan coming through the portal to warn Black Panther, I think Doom is going to come through the portal and maybe tell the Avengers or Shuri or someone. Doom is going to be the one that tells them about the incursion. But I just have that feeling.
He's going to look like Robert Downey Jr. because
But he's not going to be. But he's not going to be a. See, everybody from
he's not going to be a variant.
Everybody thinks he's going to be a variant. He's not. He's going to be Victor Von Doom. It's just people are going to expect that he's Tony. By his looks, but he's not. And I seen someone do a great theory where you think he's a good guy, and all the Avengers trust him because he looks like Robert Downey Jr. And then at the end, he's just gonna turn on him.
Yeah,
Dark Meat Collins. That's kind of racist, bro. Dark Meat Collins. This tells me the fans are willing to give Marvel another chance. Doomsday has to be a huge hit or they will lose their strong fan base, as there are many stars in this movie. Are there too many stars in this movie or not? No. Dude, there was like 1 million people in Endgame.
Yeah,
they have 4 more than they did in
if there's ever a set of directors that can pull it off, it's the Russo brothers.
That's right. Because 2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah.
4 eyes are better than 2. So yeah, that's gonna work.
They started small with Civil War, right? Like Civil War had like what 25, maybe 20 characters or whatever. You had like maybe 8 or 9 on each side fighting each other, whatever. And then they built it up in Infinity War, and then Endgame, like that final battle had like everybody 1,000 people.
Endgame was a crescendo.
And the rumor is they signed a long-term contract, so after Secret Wars, they're the ones that are going to be doing the X-Men universe.
We have a lot of characters, X-Men universe.
And again, if anybody can do it, it's the Russo brothers.
And I their track record, I have faith in them. I would put money on them before I, even with their latest flop, that let's just say, I don't care. Their previous track records have shown me that.
And what's going to make it so good is that if they're on the same page, then they can worry about this storyline. The other brother can worry about that storyline.
Yep.
A lot of the other directors, they got to do everything from ABC. Now they can divide it up to 1 through 5. You handle this. 6
they know their endpoint. They know their endpoint.
So man, and how they film Endgame and Infinity War simultaneously. Who does that?
Yeah.
The only people ever do that was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Lord of the Rings, they filmed like I think all 3 together, right?
And Avatar is too. Because
Avatar as well.
They intentionally did that so they wouldn't know, so the actors wouldn't know what scene goes this movie and that. So that's brilliant. So I'm like DJ. I got 100% faith in the Russos unless they wet the bed on this, and I don't think they're gonna do it.
No, I don't think they're going to. We might not like the direction they go in it, but I think as a movie, it's going to be quality of the movie. There's people that did not like Infinity War, and I think it's the best Marvel movie ever made,
hands down.
Yeah,
hands down.
So. They got
one thing about Endgame now. It has some dull spots because if I rewatch,
I was just about to bring that up.
I watched the first 30 minutes, then I fast forward through
to the battle.
Till I get to the battle, and then the last hour is fantastic. But from the time when they start going and trying to go back in time and find the different stones, it don't interest me watching the second time around.
That's the thing. The like on repeat viewings, I kind of do the same thing up until they kill Thanos, then to the battle. But the first time viewing, man, they were able to tie up 3 phases of storyline. Thor and his mother, Tony and his dad, Cap and they tied all that up.
Who would thought the second Thor would be that pivotal of a movie after how bad it was?
Exactly. And then hopefully they're able to tie in some of these. Yeah,
they're gonna make Eternals relevant. Some people are gonna go back and watch Eternals and be like, because Brave New World touched on it a little bit. To me, they did. I was like, okay, let me go back and watch this. I kind of forgot about the thing sticking up in the middle of the ocean and all that kind of stuff. And now we've seen that what's the new metal that come out of it?
Vibranium.
Vibranium. No, adamantium.
Yeah. So
and we don't know the X-Men characters. We don't know how big their roles are because like even in Days of Future Past, Magneto and Patrick Stewart, Professor X were in it, but really when you add their screen time, they're like in it for like maybe 10 minutes. So,
and I said on Wednesday night, these aren't the X-Men that they're going to move forward with.
No,
everybody's like, oh, it's not Fassbender or this and that. This is what it only makes sense because of the end of the Marvels when Monica Rambeau sees Beast, and that's the
I get that. I get what you said, but
yeah,
I would love for it to be Fassbender.
Oh yeah, but we don't know if McAvoy and Fassbender's not in Secret Wars.
Yeah, it could be.
This is Crisis on Infinite Earth.
It could be a version of them too, for all we know.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised we see Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff I want to like surprise me. That kind of stuff. Don't tell me about that stuff.
Yeah.
What is the salary for this? All these stars. Oh my
God. It's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's gonna be big.
I would hate to see what his budget gonna be.
But I also, like I said, I also think it's going to be one of those things where you see a character staring at the earth overhead. Like we might see Ben Affleck as Matt Murdock, and then you just see like chaos in the streets. Yeah, you know, because he's not going to put the costume on. But
like they did in X-Men '97 when they were showing all those cameo characters.
Yeah,
kind of thing. You know,
or how they did that. People didn't like this movie. Parts of it I like, but the Flash, the way they did it at the end.
Yeah.
I like how they did that because we saw Batman. I mean, we saw Superman.
We saw Nicolas Cage.
We saw the Batman from the 60s.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like something like that because this is going to be merging all the timelines and creating a new sacred timeline with Doom becoming God. And then it's just going to, you know.
I think that's how Monica Rambeau gets back to.
Yes. Yeah, because you know Hank Pym is, or not Hank Pym, but Hank McCoy is talking to her about it. Yeah. And then he probably brought her to Professor X to see if she was lying.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they have their own Illuminati, I assume, even though Professor X in the other timeline died. Yeah. You know, so
And if they were smart, and I know y'all gonna be like, Danny, no, but if they were smart, this would be a good way to kind of put a little bit of juice and introduce Blade if they're even going to go on that.
I heard people say that.
That's the same way they did with Black Panther. Civil War, they introduced him, then he had his own movie. So if they were really going to try and push Blade, I think this would be a very good moment to push him. Maybe give him a 10-minute scene where he's doing something crazy or whatever and get the crowd going into it. Then that way you can kind of push these movies that you want to give whatever movie that's going to be next, give that star a little bit of shine.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a bounce off path to.
Here's the handoff. You take it, run with it. Depending on the reaction, can be a deciding factor whether or not you push it or put it on the back burner or kill it entirely. I feel bad for Mahershala Ali, man, because this is what, like 12 years now.
It feels like 12 years.
Yeah, it's probably about 6 or 7 now.
It's about 6 or 7.
It's been a minute since they announced it.
Yeah.
And man,
they announced it the same day they announced Fantastic Four. Wow. And Fantastic Four is coming out in theaters. And that movie had huge delays because they weren't getting the cast on that.
They haven't started filming this movie yet.
Nope.
They haven't started filming.
They don't even have a script.
They don't have a script yet. They have they don't have a director right now, do
they? They just got a new director, apparently. It's the director of John Wick.
Okay. I mean,
John Wick director.
The fight scene's good.
Yeah. Which you're gonna need with Blade, you know.
Yeah.
Mason Clark doing $1.99. Rumor alert: Blade film has officially canceled. I've been seeing that going all over Facebook today, but all the websites that are reporting it are not what I consider legit, credible.
Not reputable.
Yeah, let me go to one of my credible sites and see if they're reporting it. Apparently, there's a rumor that Chris Evans is going to be in Fantastic Four.
I heard that too.
Okay, so the credible site that I might have a stroke today. I'm talking all weird.
Comicbook.com?
No, I go to superherohype.com, but it says rumor Blade MCU movie essentially canceled, but there's still hope.
Wow. See, if I'm Mahershala Ali, I'd be like, y'all gonna pay me for something. I went through all this training.
He might have a pay. He might have a pay.
You think it'd be better on Disney Plus, R-rated?
If they could do like Daredevil.
Probably.
Yeah, do a mature rating on Disney Plus.
They could do street level superheroes and then tie it all in. Well, I know they won't, but they could do a street level version of Spider-Man and tie it all in.
I think. Go ahead.
I think they should do an hour-long special Blade, like one of the presentations, and see how obviously going to do good. Then give them a series.
I think what they're scared of, because you remember the Blade series that started one of the guys from Onyx, it was terrible.
Yeah, but this is a whole different.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like, I don't know, because he was a terrible Blade.
I think they should either do the hour special or do an 8-episode like Daredevil. And I personally think they should do like Ghost Rider as a series and then combine them.
Do all TV series and then do a series of the Midnight Sun. Like they did the Defender with
like they did Defenders 100%. Because they need original content on Disney Plus without taking out their bigger hitters. I'm sorry, Blade is not a big hitter in the MC or in Marvel in comics. He kind of does his own
even though he started the whole MCU, not MCU, but Marvel, that's the first property they had movie. But again, like you said, he's not a big
in terms of the over scope of things, like him, Ghost Rider, Daredevil, like they're not major players. Like they're not the X-Men or anything like that.
What made Blade? Well, excuse me. What made Blade big was the actual actor, not the actual character.
Most people didn't even know it was a comic book movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I told my parents, and they're like, "That's not a comic book." I'm like, "Blade is a comic book character." Yeah. So.
But Wesley Snipes was hot back then, and so he made it. He made it the character bigger than it actually was.
Yeah, I think they should revamp it, turn it into a TV series.
I'd watch it.
100%, and then you can
do a mature rating. You can't water Blade down. Do it like Daredevil.
Yep. Mason Clark doing $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Snyder cultures are now making fun of kids for being excited for Superman. Are these guys more toxic than Star Wars fans?
They're not toxic. Guys. They're not toxic. They're delusional.
And they're stupid. Have you guys met Geeky Guy?
They're delusional.
Have you met Geeky Guy? He's Geeky Guy right now is probably throwing everything against the wall because he's looking at all of our shirts. He's like, oh God, God. But yeah, no, I think that's the route they need, and it would be up to Mahershala Ali if he's willing to accept that because he signed up for a movie. If he's not willing to accept that, I personally say just recast, go younger. Yeah.
Do a origin of him like becoming Blade, and then like dealing with his.
Do you know how awesome it would be to have a Daredevil like tone show of Blade and vampires? That would be awesome.
So cool. So cool.
And then you don't have to worry about like ruining because the problem is they're taking all these big characters.
We can do it. We saw True Blood.
Yeah.
Because True Blood meets Shogun. That's exactly what Blade is.
Mm-hmm.
They took characters like Sam, and they gave him a series where he should have just had Captain America 4 right out the gate. Mm-hmm. And Moon Knight, he's good for a series. Blade is good for a series. Daredevil, good for a series.
Captain America is a heavy hitter.
Is a movie.
He should be on the big screen.
Yes. Yes. Like the way I look at importance is who's an Avenger? Like Blade, like is he really an Avenger? Like like he's like a D level character, even though like he's awesome, I would say
be Avenger because he has more power than two of the original Avengers. So he could be if they're rather.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like if I would tell you to name your Avengers team, you had to pick 5 people. What's the chances of anybody
Blade's not on that list? He's not on the list. Yeah, he's not even top 20.
Same thing with Daredevil. I love Daredevil. He's not going to be in the top 5 on an Avengers list.
And like people say, oh well, Hawkeye did. He got a TV show. He's an Avenger, but that was more of the Kate Bishop show than it was.
Yeah,
but I'd rather have Blade, or if I had to pick, I'd rather have Blade rather than Hawkeye or Daredevil.
But see, Hawkeye worked for the Avengers because he was working with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Same thing with Natasha. They were S.H.I.E.L.D. agents.
Yeah, I get it.
So, like, having a guy who hunts vampires on the Avengers is just kind of a weird sell, And like, same thing with Daredevil as like, oh yeah, we just got this blind lawyer here, he's gonna help us fight Thanos.
He only fights at nighttime too.
Yeah, it's just kind of a hard sell.
Yeah, I think they should try to revamp it for a TV show. I think it would do good.
Yeah. And I think that they need more original content. I think it was, I can't remember what season it was. It might have been season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they introduced Ghost Rider. And he worked so well in the context of that series, Now
imagine putting a mature rating on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still think them getting, it makes sense because S.H.I.E.L.D. not just got disbanded, but I still think the S.H.I.E.L.D., they need another version of.
They need the Agents of S.W.O.R.D.
Yeah. Because I want to know more to world build. Have that show, you can world build, so when the movies come, people have a better understanding of the world itself.
Yeah.
And every now and then bring a character from the big screen in.
Yeah, but well, what's hurting them too? They got to have more. They're not advertising it right. They're not driving people to see it because Daredevil's a good show. All you will love it, but the rating is not good. So they got to amp up the advertisement, put it on, I guess, primetime TV or somewhere that people are going to see it more.
Yeah. Dark Meat Collins throwing in $5 super chat. Also, guys, hit the like button. I want to get over 30 likes. Thank you. What are your top 5 Avengers? I'll do mine first.
From the movies or just in general?
I'm just going as characters, okay. not from the movies, but characters. I'm going Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Black Panther, Spider-Man. Oh crap! Substitute Spider-Man for Incredible Hulk.
Oh, are we going ranking them in order of how?
However, just 5.
Give me Cap, Iron Man. Give me Hulk. I'll take Black Panther, Spider-Man, and as far as power levels, give me Scarlet Witch.
So name them again. I think you might have named 6, bro.
Oh, they say Iron Man, Cap, Hulk, Spider-Man,
Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah, that's 5.
That's Okay. So you can't have Scarlet Witch, bro. Can't be OP.
He's sub.
She's the substitute.
I'm gonna go with Black Panther, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Cap, and Doctor Strange.
Dang, I forgot Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I forgot about yeah.
Dang, yeah, about that. I wanted that. See, I tried to put all the leaders in there, and I wanted Thor and Hulk as the world beaters. That's a good.
I like Thor, but sometimes they have Thor kind of silly acting.
Yeah, I took Thor out. Yeah.
I was thinking more of Thor from the comics.
Yeah. Okay.
I figured he wouldn't have knowledge of the cosmic universe.
Because it's bad when the Jane Foster Thor is better than him in his own movie. I like her Thor better than his.
Yeah. Yeah.
What movie? We didn't get that movie.
Love and Plunder.
Love and Plunder.
Like her powers are better. The hammer can break up all different kind of things. Like, man, why can't Will near?
That's because Thor was too busy trying to bang his hammer in that movie.
Yeah.
God, that movie was so awful.
It cheating on the axe. I mean, like, come on, that whole thing was so stupid.
I think that's the only MCU movie I have only seen once.
Yeah, because the goats, I can't. The goats,
yeah, the goats annoy me, but visually, it was very good.
I thought the scene when they saw all the gods and everything that was cool.
That was cool. The goats annoyed me, and the way that they had Russell Crowe acting all.
Oh, I was just about to mention that.
Sweet acting. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, and then they had Christian Bale. Yeah, his character is supposed to be like super dark, and then they cut all of his scenes from the movie.
But I did like Jane Foster's storyline in that.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Yes. How would you rank the Thor movies?
Oh, there's 4 of them.
The best one was Ragnarok to me. Then the original Thor. Then Thor 2, and then Thor Love and Thunder.
Same list.
Same.
That's exactly how I would rank mine too.
Yep.
It's bad when Dark World is better than Thor Love and Thunder, man.
Dark World had some good parts about it, but for the most part I was like,
and like I said, the payoff for Dark World was in Infinity War.
Infinity War, or Endgame.
Yeah, so
I just remember Dark World just being
it took me
boring.
It took me 4 times to finish that movie, Dark World.
Yeah, it was boring. But Thor Love and Thunder was just insulting.
That was a one and done for me on that one.
Taika Waititi put too much of himself into that movie, man.
Yeah, you can't make all that.
You know how they could have fixed that, right? They could easily fix that by doing Avengers Secret Invasion. We come and find out that Thor was a Skrull the entire time.
Yep.
Like, why was that Thor so stupid, man? Oh, man. It's awful. You know what else is awful? People's bad take on Daredevil. People saying that show is boring.
What are they watching?
I have no idea.
They're not watching Daredevil.
They're not.
I don't know what they're watching.
And I don't want to hear this crap. I called Danny on Friday, and I was like, people complaining about the costume, but he didn't wear it till the last episode of season 1. He didn't wear it at all in season 3 because Bullseye had it.
Mm-hmm.
So he had the black mask all through season 3. He only wore it in season 2. That was the only season he wore it.
I said the first 4 episodes, it's a good show when he hasn't been Daredevil, quote unquote, for 4 shows, and I'm engaged the whole time.
Yep. Dude, the storytelling is phenomenal. Could you see like the parallel between Kingpin and Matt?
Fight, when they're both fighting, when he's fighting Adam and he's fighting Muse, the parallels in that fight of how they are so resistant to go back to their old ways, but no matter what they do, they're going back to the old way.
They keep trying to fight it like we're different people. We're different people. But that one scene, I can't remember if it was episode 5 or 6, where you see Matt doing one thing and Kingpin's like eating dinner or something, and you see both of them just trying, man, and they can't do it. They just can't do it. So Adam came over yesterday, right?
What?
Yeah, Adam came over. I was like, hey, bro, you doing okay? You want to come over? We can watch the North. So Adam came over for like 5 hours. We were just drinking beer, eating pizza, watching the movie.
Again?
Yeah. He hasn't seen it. It's my 4th time. But as Chris said, what the fuck, Superman orgasm? Yeah. Dude, that's why all the Snyder fans are gone in this episode, bro.
Scared them off.
But yeah, he came over and we were talking about Daredevil because he's loving it as well, and he doesn't understand why people are like going off. He has this great theory that Foggy is not dead, he's in witness protection, and Vanessa's the one that set it up.
Who is Vanessa? Oh,
Kingpin's wife.
Why does she do that?
Apparently, there's a story in the comics where she's trying to take down the Kingpin, and she's working with Foggy.
I said that last.
But how did he take the heart?
He actually does get shot, and his heart does.
But they save him.
They managed to like they did that on purpose, but they revive him and they put him in witness protection. And Karen actually knows about it as well. That's why she's gone.
And I said that last week. That Vanessa is going to take Kingpin down. Oh, yeah. She's going to be the one that take him down.
Yeah.
Either that, or he's going to kill Vanessa.
That too. Yeah. Well, I think she's going to find out about Adam. You know. The one that Kingpin has locked up.
Yeah.
She asked him not to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I almost feel like she's doing that as a test.
Yeah.
Like I want you to kill him to see if you're back.
Yeah, but I want to see too, like when he was dressing to go talk in that party, was she telling him the right information to tell those people, or was she telling him something to piss him off? Because like everything that she was telling him, then simultaneously when he was talking to the people, it was turning them off.
Yeah.
So I didn't get was she trying to help him, or was she trying, or was it naturally turned off to him?
It might be both, Danny, because they're all rich people, so they basically run the city behind, So, but I think she also setting them up to where he doesn't.
They might be rich, but they ain't.
Yeah, I think she's got that taste of power now.
Well, see, when he came back, you saw how she looked, how she felt about him coming back. So
yeah, and I don't know, man. I think they could take this story a million different ways. I kind of listened to what Adam said, and he said Foggy faked his death like 3 times in the comics.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
So
too,
apparently that's a thing that I wasn't aware about. But he's more of a Daredevil comic reader than I am. So I'm actually like I went to the comic shop yesterday, and they had like a whole section dedicated to Daredevil, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going to catch up on that, catch up on Secret Wars. Yeah, Karen also dyed her hair in the screenshots for season 2. So, and that black suit, that is clean, bro.
That is fire. That is fire.
Like, Danny said the double Ds. I'm like, double Ds are always better. Yo, guys, I keep telling y'all to hit the like button, and you guys are making the number go down. Up.
Let's go. One nitpick. Very nitpicky.
The knee pads and boots.
Yeah. But hey,
I didn't even notice them until you sent the text message, and I zoomed in to see what you
were. When he's fighting, are you gonna notice the boots? In the
no, I'm just saying. Exactly. When you see it still, I'm like,
yeah.
But hey,
bro,
it's the best suit I've seen yet, buddy.
He was brutal in the last 2 episodes.
Dude, every time I see that knee break, I just cringe. Like,
he seemed more brutal in this versus than he was in Netflix. Like when he start kicking your butt, like he gets a high off that thing.
I don't think it's a high. I think he's trying to resist it. He's the frustration that no matter what he does, he continues to go back to that.
Man, that's how he loving it, boy. When he's fighting the Muse, boy.
Did you see how many? I hate to use the term idiots, but they are people out there. Let's just say people are saying that episode 5 was filler, and I'm like, do you know how important episode 5 was? That's not filler.
Okay. Episode 5 had shades of The Inside Guy, what it made me think of.
Yes,
and also The Italian Job. I was like, man, they put up because cracking that safe and stuff.
I think episode 5, that sets up Young Avengers. Is setting up Young Avengers because why is she in San Francisco? So either she went to visit her friend, who the one he knows about mutants at college, or she's out there visiting Cassie Young.
They're supposed to be working on that. It's supposed to be a series though, not a movie. Yeah. It's supposed to have Kate Bishop, the one kid, I forgot the kid's name.
Ant-Man's
daughter. Like all them. So
I think it's gonna have what's her boys in Scarlet Witch?
Her sons or Quicksilver?
No, Wiccan. Because we saw him in Agatha.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
So he might be a part of it as well.
Maybe
possible. Yeah. Apparently, they asked Aaron Taylor Johnson if he's ever going to return because he's the only character that died and stayed dead, and he's like, "Well, you never know." Watch he show up in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name. Fahad
Abadi.
Yeah.
Abdi.
Dude, I apologize, bro. I barely speak English. If you've been watching the show, I've been fumbling over my words. Cholesterol clogging my arteries. Probably gonna die soon. He threw in a $10 super chat. There's literally hundreds of original Japanese anime on Crunchyroll, but very few live action adaptation, and they all flopped. Why is that? Even Netflix ruined Death Note, and that's just a thrower. Well,
it's hard to translate anime to live action, because this is so much more they do animated than it is live action.
Live action Rurouni Kenshin is awesome. Watch it. Live action Rurouni Kenshin. But what DJ says is 100%. It's so hard to adapt anime. Like, it's just really hard to do that do that accurate, man.
For example, Dragon Ball Z is one of the most popular animes, and look at the adaptation that got.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop was a horrible adaptation.
My God.
Yu Yu Hakusho, they absolutely ruined it.
Two of my favorites, and they ruined them,
Henshin works because it's just a samurai show, samurai story.
When you start adding like powers and arcs and everything, it's hard.
Yeah, and sometimes the medium in which you create is perfect for that thing. Like, I'd rather watch a animated Dragon Ball Z movie than a live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
Pushback on the Avatar live action wasn't bad.
The series
wasn't bad, but it had fault. It had its faults. Again, they condensed so much in it.
It wasn't bad, man. I was engaged.
I will say the bending was way better than the freaking movie.
Yeah, the movie. I was like,
I hate that movie so much.
I'm ready to see the second second season, man.
Yeah. I had when I was live streaming on Friday, someone asked me how many movies do you think it would take to adapt Invincible? And I'm like, bro, it takes an entire season to do like 10 issues.
Yeah, and they're cutting stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't even know if Invincible could even work as a movie.
Isn't The Boys a comic book?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But again, but
it's also 10 episodes per season.
Yeah.
Trying to do a movie like that.
Is it The Walking Dead?
Walking Dead, but they've changed so much in The Walking Dead too. They added characters that don't exist. They took characters out. They changed storylines.
And that's also a zombie thing. Like you could do live action zombies for like $5 budget.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, man.
Like I said, Death Note's an easy concept, and they messed that up. And that's an amazing anime.
Either they tried to Americanize it too much, or they tried to, because I don't know, man. I just think I don't know.
I've watched some either Korean or Japanese live action versions of anime, and they do it better than Americans do it. You know?
Dark Meat Collins throws in a $5 super chat. Man, you guys are on fire tonight. Be happy, Rob. Dragon Ball Evolution has a higher rating than Snow White on IMDb. I've seen that.
Yep.
I've seen that, and it's funny. It's absolutely hilarious. I'm trying to look at like certain anime. I just feel like Sailor Moon won't work at a live action. Dragon Ball Z, I don't think will work live action. Rurouni Kenshin, I mean, they did Full Metal Alchemist live action. I haven't seen it. I don't know how that is.
I saw it. I watched it. It was a sub. It was all right, but again, it's so condensed that you don't get the full.
What's the one with the cowboy? He's a ghoul. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That's a video game, though. You're talking about Fallout.
You're talking about Fallout?
Yeah, that's a video game.
Fallout. But even to that, they had like 10 episodes to do it.
Yeah.
You know, Yu Yu Hakusho, they try to do
from the
50 episodes in one season.
Dude, from the get-go, they ruined that.
Yeah.
From the opening scene, I was like, jeez.
Dude, the casting, they ruined it with the casting. No way that dude looked anything like Kuwabara.
They did one, it's called Parasite. It was a decent, it was animated, it did live action. It's okay. They did a good job of translating it over.
Yeah.
But it's like video games. It's hit and miss. You know, for a long time, we were getting horrible video game movies and TV show, i.e. Halo, you know, stuff like that. So
yeah, we're just now starting to get decent video game adaptations. So I see the chat talking about this, so I just want to bring it up. The numbers for the week and box office came in. Snow White dropped 66% drop. That's horrible.
The so-called bad Jason Statham movie beat it?
Yeah, the bad Jason Statham movie beat it, and Snow White has only grossed 143 worldwide.
So it was number 1 for a week?
Yep.
Where is Brave New World at?
Brave New World did better than that, didn't it, the first week?
Oh, overall, yeah. Brave New World came in at number 7, brought in another 2 million. It's at 405 million.
Okay.
Brave New World will end up making more than Snow White.
Yeah. We'll see Snow White on streaming in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I want to see Recommend just because I'm a Jason Statham fan. And I know it's going to be the same thing that he always do, but his movies, they will make you shut your brain off for an hour and a half.
I mean, that's a popcorn 80s action flick to me when I see Jason Statham. That's all it is, you know.
I'm telling you, man, Beekeeper.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I love that movie, boy.
That's a good, bring a beer and watch some popcorn.
Yep.
You know.
Dude, I hate the Beekeeper. Hate it.
What?
Hate it. What? It's so corny.
That's why it's so good.
We have to protect the queen. When one bee's wrong out of the hive, we need to protect. I'm like, shut up, Jason Statham.
Just like a stupid 80s action movie. That's what I'm here for.
That's just like Commando. That's just like.
I don't remember those movies being that corny, though.
Go back and watch them now.
Remember when I said I kill you first, last? I lied.
I don't know, man. I remember watching Demolition Man and Predator, and
it was one-liner after one-liner after one-liner after one-liner after one-liner.
I don't know, bro.
What's Schwarzenegger saying at Predator? I'm right here. Come and get me.
Yeah, he killed a man on the plane. My friend, don't disturb him. He's dead tired. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but he wasn't like, we have to protect the hive.
And then doggone when he was on Batman. When he was on Batman,
dude, I can't even look at bees the same again.
How often do you see a bee?
Wow.
Dude, in South Florida, you drive, you see all kinds of the bee things set up, man.
Sean Dabney, whoever you are, I commend you. I approve your text.
Man, nah.
yourself.
Abs threw in a $2 super chat. Abs, you changed your Abs, what are you doing, bro? You changed your name, bro. You went from he's like, well, you can't pronounce Fahad, so I'll just call myself Abs. Do $1.99 super chat, just call me Abs, bro. Don't want to stress you out. Oh no, it's okay. Just when I try to pronounce your name, I feel like I'm stroking out, bro. But that's also the cholesterol. Call me Abs. That is easier. That is easier.
He likes Sonora.
I like a lot of stuff. I'm constantly giving stuff great reviews. I just sat here for like an hour telling you about liking Daredevil, liking Endgame, liking all this stuff. Just because I don't like a crappy Beekeeper movie, guess what? Look it up on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not the only one.
I liked it. It was a good turn off your brain and have fun with it.
Beekeeper, Wrath of Man. Awesome movies. Don't have to go in there and think about lighting. I have to think about context. I have to worry about it. This doesn't make sense. No, I'm going to kick your butt for the next hour and a half.
And I want to see how creative you are with killing people. That's all I want to see.
Exactly.
But that doesn't make no sense. You literally complained about John Wick stopping bullets with his jacket, but then you're saying you can turn your brain off and watch The Beekeeper.
We're saying he always does that. It's just funny.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's just funny. You
know, I kind of live in that world. I've never seen a ballistic suit I hold it up like this.
And, I mean, they make the Kevlar tuxedo. I mean, that's a thing, but
and then you fall down like 50 steps and still make it in time to do the duel and not hurt. Not okay.
I didn't want the man's durability.
I tell you, yeah. Him and that cop that's on Triple R.
Yeah.
I never. Hey, if you think John Wick can take some punishment,
I think that guy in Triple R would beat John Wick.
Watch Triple R. Oh my God.
Either him or the one fighting that tiger.
Yes,
either one of those. Yeah. But that one cop took on a whole mob by himself.
Why you guys all dressed the same? We're here to upset the geeky guys of the world.
Yeah.
The Snyder fans, they're not welcomed here.
With an anti-Snyder coalition.
Look at this. This is disgusting.
Look at these fanboys, these shills already shilling for James Gunn's Superman.
Hashtag not my Superman.
This is no lie. DJ know what I'm talking about. Yesterday, me and my wife went to Myrtle Beach to visit a friend. Husband just recently died. She died of cancer. And we were going to this restaurant. And I was making a left turn. My wife said, 7-Eleven. And time she said that, I thought about Rob. Geeky guy. I was like, she said, what are you laughing at? I said,
Twickie Mark.
Nothing.
Oh, man.
First of all, guys, if we were shown for anything, we're showing really for Walmart.
Yeah, right. 896
Walmart graphic t-shirt.
They be on fire. I'm going back. I want that Jurassic Park one too.
Did you see the Spider-Man one in the black suit?
Yeah. And they had a Venom one too. You see the Venom one?
Yeah. And then they had another Sam Wilson one where it's like he's bigger and he's like throwing the shield.
Okay. I got that one.
See, they have back in the toy section. They have a display of all the Captain America ones. That's where all the T-shirts are hanging up. So.
I got 2 of my Black Panther shirts from there too.
That's why I got that Dragon Ball Z one. That mean you got, Rob?
Yeah, I got a bunch of Dragon Ball Z from there.
Yeah. I pick them every time I see a new Dragon Ball Z shirt. I always pick it up.
Yeah,
all the time.
I'm trying to find the one with Vegeta. You can't find one solely Vegeta. It's very hard.
Not at Walmart. You have to go to like Hot Topic or
usually have they have the ensemble.
I like Hot Topic, but man, they are proud.
Proud
of their T-shirt.
I think it's the Epic Tea website or something Tea. They have all kind of different, comic stuff and everything.
When I was hard and heavy buying T-shirts, I went on Amazon because I got this Thundercat when I've never seen anywhere except on there.
Yeah, I had a real good Thundercat one back in the day, but I ended up getting bleach on it and ruined it. I was like, man,
I got one with Tiger because he's my favorite Thundercat.
Tiger, really?
Mm-hmm. His power, man, turn invisible, and they had the mental powers. I used to like that.
I wish we can get a Thundercat movie.
That would be nice.
Maybe if that He-Man movie is successful.
I wanted Michael Clark Duncan to play what's his
Panthro?
Yeah, but he died. He would have been the perfect cast for that.
Yeah, I think Michael J. White pulled it off with the martial arts background.
Yeah, but like Michael, he already had the look, bald head and the kind of built for it and everything.
I always wanted Wesley Snipes to play Piccolo.
Yeah,
back in the early days, man. Well, guys,
that would be nice, buddy.
I guess we'll wrap it on up.
Oh, you think we're gonna get this He-Man movie, Rob?
Oh, yeah, they're already filming it. Yeah, they're filming. Yeah, okay. They already had some set photos and everything come out.
Yeah, they have the actual sword. Some young kid who played in
not Adam, but He-Man.
He played in an Anne Hathaway movie. Hold on, let me pull it up. He-Man.
Is it going to be an actual man that's built up, or is it going to be?
He got built for it.
He's pretty built. He's pretty built.
I'm gonna tell you who could do it. The guy that played Reacher. That sucker is huge. Oh my God.
Nicholas Gatesline. I can't pronounce his name. Is that him? Yeah. Nicholas Gatesline.
I'm pulling up pics.
Yeah.
Oh, if I can find some.
Is Jared Leto Skeletor?
He's Skeletor.
No, you know he's gonna overact that thing.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably already
watching Zack Snyder Justice League and watching the end where he was talking to Batman.
Oh, Allison Bree's in it? I realize Allison Bree's in it. Nice.
Yeah, she's Evil Lynn.
Yeah. I knew it was
all right, here you go, Danny. I'm about to pull it up.
Okay. I can see it.
Yeah. Dude, the sword. Look at the sword.
It looks
just like
the
cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I ain't like this kid. He got bulky because I'm looking at his older picture. He packed on some muscle.
Yeah, when he was in the Anne Hathaway movie, he was like a scrawny little kid, man. Yeah. Scrawny kid.
I can see him. He got the look.
Yeah, I think, man. As for casting, I think they're on. You got Idris Elba as Man at Arms. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be pretty decent, man. And if that's good, man, then we could see Thundercats, Silverhawks, you know, some of those other properties hitting.
What's gonna be the studio that makes that?
Who's gonna be the studio? I don't even know. I don't even know the studio making He-Man.
It is production company is Metro MGM.
MGM, okay. Hey, let's just be glad it's not Sony, guys.
I'm trying to see who owns that property.
So it's Amazon MGM Studios.
Okay. All right, I'm cool with that.
We can put some money behind it. You got it.
Yeah. All right, Danny, let's wrap this up, sir. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on my channel on Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called The Road to Wisdom. I just drop it every Monday and Friday at 7 a.m. You can find me here on Sundays. Of course, you can find me on the Hangout on Wednesdays. And in about 2 minutes, you can find me on Anzo's channel where we'll be doing the roundtable of Daredevil episode 5 and 6 of Born Again.
Cool beans. DJ, where can the people find you, good sir?
You find me on my channel, The Token Black Guy. You find me here on Sunday nights and on Wednesday night with Danny and Gaskar on the Hangout at 8 p.m. And I'm doing some more solo leveling this week because the season 2 is wrapped up. And I'm probably going to rant later this week about how they're talking about taking a hiatus for a few years now. So, yeah.
Yeah. And for all those guys out there asking me about Invincible, I am halfway through season 3. I started it today. I watched 4 episodes. I'm at the halfway point. Bro, I'm loving this season. Loving it. Really, they're staying true to comics. I think the art has improved. And just loving it. And I'm going back and rereading some of the comics as I'm going as well. Just try to remember some of the stuff. But yeah, really loving it. And I will talk about it once I finish the season because I know some people's been asking me. Also, guys, you can check out Gaskar's channel at the Basco Scenario. He does the Hangouts every Wednesday with DJ, Danny, G Majors, all them guys. So, guys, check out his channel and his show. And I will catch you guys all next Sunday. Thank you, guys. Peace out. Sauerkraut.